Let's let it go.
Dr. Rosie Milligan, one of the most sought-after speakers on the circuit today. Her live internet talk show, Express Yourself, is the most provocative, thought-provoking, and talked-about radio show on the internet. There's no holds barred, and Dr. Milligan puts the B in bold. She brings it every Tuesday live at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Rosie has been proclaimed the most provocative female writer of the century. Her books include Satisfying the Black Man and Black Woman Sexually Made Simple, Why Black Men Choose White Women, and the book Nigga Please. These books have raised eyebrows across the country. She has authored 21 books and published 350 titles for authors nationwide. Check Dr. Rosie out at drrosie.com for her books, articles, and archives of her internet talk show. Sit at the feet of wisdom. Dr. Milligan is indeed a timekeeper and scorekeeper. She is the clock, calendar, and almanac for Black America. You need to hear her.
Well. Good morning, top of the morning. You're listening to the Express Yourself Hour. I am your host, Dr. Rosie Milligan, coming to you live, as always, with nothing but straight talk. My co-host is the wonderful, the fabulous. You guys know how I do it every week. I'm in the thesaurus, looking for an adjective in which to describe him by. I keep coming up with he's just black, he's fabulous, intelligent radio personality within his own right. None other than Mr. Keith Swanson. Good morning, Keith.
Good morning, Dr. Rosie. How are you on this cloudy day?
I know it's cloudy, but I got sunshine. I got sunshine on a cloudy day, Keith. Okay?
Yeah, it's almost the month of May. Yep.
I know, because I know whatever's going on, it's got to get better. Okay.
Got to get better. Yeah.
Got to get better. Well, I think we have a great show today. We're going to talk about debt. Ooh,
well,
that word is just ripping the country up. Everybody's in debt. Only somebody, it's China. China not in debt, right?
China's in debt, too. Everybody's in debt.
China in debt. Everybody's in debt.
Mm-hmm.
Money's going to give where it's not going to be worth anything, any place, anywhere, huh?
The only reason money's worth something is because we still believe in it. So, but the thing is, you better not look down. Okay.
Man, I tell you, it's interesting. Years ago, when people talked about debt, it was so mild because people didn't see the bottom line of what this debt thing could cost. So, what I want to talk about today is debt for Black America is worse than racism when it comes to keeping Black folks down. Now, a lot of Black folks don't like to face that. When I bring this topic up, they say to me, well, everybody's in debt. White folks in debt, too. Well, okay, if white folks in debt, it's a different kind of debt than what your debt is. If you're in debt and you're making more money than the person who's making less money in debt, how can you say that it's the same? Black folks really want to be Caucasian clones. They hate to think that there's any different in their life, their lifestyle, their financial status. What's wrong with them, Keith?
Oh, man.
Because they're in debt to the white man.
I know.
How you going?
A lot of us think we are little chocolate-covered white men, so we do as a white man does, as they say. Hello, Shawana. How you doing?
Okay. How are you doing, Mr. Keith?
I'm doing
Hi,
good.
Dr. Rosie.
Hi, we missed you last week. We thought you had ran off again.
Yeah. Where's my favorite 92? Where's my favorite 92 when we need her?
Yeah.
I know, right?
I'm making money, paying off bills, making sure she doesn't have any debt.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. They've been requesting me, Dr. Rosie.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. On this book. Yeah. So let's talk about this debt thing.
Yeah. We said debt for Black America is worse than racism when it comes to keeping Black folks down. See, we like to focus on racism. The white man won't let me get this, or he won't let you get so far He don't want you to have nothing, all that kind of stuff. But as I begin to research and take a really look at what's going on with Black America, it's too much debt because too many people don't know how to prioritize their living. They're living over their head. They got all this bills. I was telling a group I spoke with last week, I said, in the country where the people used to pick cotton and chop cotton, and at the end of the year, the white man told family after picking 50 bales of cotton, Miss Lizzie, you almost got out of debt. I said, you know what? That was almost. The people now are not almost out of debt. Do you realize how much at the end of the year, how much debt the average person's in? And I say, until you see debt as an enemy, I'm telling you, you got to see it as an enemy. And you got to feel like, I'm stomping on your head. You're not welcome here. Every time that bill come in the house, you got to look at it with disdain. Because that's what's holding black folks down.
Yes, it is.
Keith, when you think of, someone said to me the other week, well, you can buy a house with an interest rate 620. I said, well, why would you want to buy a house with an interest rate? I mean, with your credit score being 620.
Right.
They don't even get it. You may be paying $500 more a month for that mortgage, Keith, just because your credit is low. But people are just, well, as long as I can get in, they say all I need is a 620. They say, what do you say? Wow. Tawana, you know about that with that real estate and that interest. I can't believe people jumping up down to buy a house when all you got to do, Keith, is get your credit score up, raise your credit score, and buy the house.
Save that money.
Yeah, black folks used to believe in delayed gratification because we had to put everything on layaway. We had to save for it. We had to, we couldn't get it right away. So we're used to not doing that because our grandmother and our mothers taught us that. But now everything's instant. We got to have it now.
Have it now.
We got to go back.
Put it on the American Express.
Yeah. And you know what one lady told me? Yeah. She said, well, I put it on my American Express because I get points. I said, you Negro.
I get points. That's pretty good. I get points.
You're paying 23% interest and you're trying to get some points.
Yeah.
It's something wrong with me or them. I mean, hey, talk to me.
You're not
in the game. Charge so you can get some points on American Express card.
You're not in the game, Dr. Rosie. You got to get them points now.
Oh my God! I wish it's really.
Or when Target, you go into the Target line and say, "Would you like to get a credit card? You get 5% off," and then you look at their interest rate. It's like crazy. Why do that to yourself? Don't do it. If you don't have the money,
they give you 5% off, right? But then they're gonna charge you 26% interest.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Unless you in debt up to your eyeballs, you're not a real American now.
Oh, and they'll tell you, debt is a way of life. A way of life for who? Why should it be a way of life? We just have because if with all this debt, now you don't have anything left to save or to make investment. Black folks better get their head straight, better get their money priorities straight, and understand about money, understand the game of money, understanding compound interest. I remember growing up, Keith, and I remember white folks used to talk about saving $25 in insurance plan for their kids. And by the time they got ready to go to college, they had enough money to go to college. Well, what I looked at when I'm talking to black folks, if they can't invest a large amount, Shawana, they don't know what starting small is. They don't understand if I can put away $50 in stock, if I can buy just $50 a month. They want to throw a whole bunch if I don't have 5,000 or 10,000. Wow, walking over pennies again.
Yep. The
reason why they put up a higher amount, I believe, is so that they don't have to do it. But if you make it too easy, like, you know what, I'm going to take 10% of my money every week and put it aside. That's easy. That really is an easy thing to do. If you just put away that money and watch it grow, I mean, that's an amazing task to do. And once you learn for the first year to do that, you can then compound that money.
Yeah.
You can go from one account to the next account, making interest.
Yeah, because because if you put it away, then you adjust your spending habits to it if it's a small amount. So if you have like 10%, you could take a 10% cut and you adjust your budget, adjust your spending habits to it. It's not that hard. Whereas you take half of it, it's impossible to adjust. And so folks make this big amounts basically so they won't have to do it. I'll never get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Do
you realize how much
money
the average person spends a week for food?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about in the kitchen, Keith. I'm talking about food outside of their home. They stop and get coffee in the morning. They get them a donut at Starbucks. They buy lunch. Now multiply that for a whole month. So when people start telling me, I'll make enough money, impossible for me to invest. Yeah, it is impossible because you're investing in Starbucks. You're investing all right. You're investing every day. But you're just not investing where you'll get a return.
Yeah, I remember my friend of mine. His wife didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom. She wanted to work, right? But the first couple of months, she spent so much money outside of the home with breakfast, with lunch, with snacks, with gas. And after a couple of months, he totaled it all up. And with what she took home, he showed it to her. he said, look, I said basically what you're spending outside the home, you might as well stay home and not work because your costing them is basically you're working for free. That's what he showed her. So you may as well stay home, take care of the house, and take care of the kids instead of being out there.
And a lot of people don't realize that. It just doesn't make sense. But if they can't get rid of all these debts. Now, I remember years ago people had a lot of debts, at least at the end of the year. They could write the interest off. But
no, I know, not anymore, right?
Yeah. People used to have like $10,000 and $12,000 worth of interest they were writing off on their taxes. And now you can't write any of that off. And these people got all these cards paying all this debt. And even insurance companies. You know why insurance companies charge more for insurance if you have bad credit? You guys know why?
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 Well, their philosophy is that you're struggling. You'll be the first one trying to have an accident or any kind of accident. Because you're so poor and struggling, you try to find a way to get money from the insurance company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They feel like if you're doing okay, if you get hurt, you're going back to work as quick as you can to keep your job. But here you unemployed, don't have a job in the first place, so you're waiting on that insurance money. Somebody hit you from the rear. You in the doctor's office for 6 months. Yeah. It's really something that people got to find a way to get rid of debt and raise their credit score. So if they do have to get something on credit, then, and only then, at least they'll be paying much lower for their money. But people seem as if they just don't care. As long as they get a credit card, they don't even ask the question as to how much I'm paying for it. I got the card.
No, they would be shocked.
But you know what's funny? but the funniest thing is when you get your statements, it tells you if you pay right up front, if you pay the minimum amount, how much you're going to pay when it's all over. Right in your face, and people still tend to pay the minimum amount.
Yeah. Pay more than the minimum amount. Always pay more.
Yeah,
and the trick, and
if you can pay it completely off, pay it completely off, and then you won't have any interest at all. But if you don't charge it up if you can't pay it, don't charge it if you can't pay it.
They get you. They tell you to wonder, well, you get this, and you don't pay no interest for the first 12 months because they know When the 12 months come, you will not have paid it off, and they're going to throw all that interest on. That's nothing but a gimmick. It's a gimmick.
Yeah.
Wow.
You should pay it off before the year comes in.
Right. I don't know what it's going to take for people to understand. You may not can create additional money on your job. Maybe they're paying you to the max. Maybe your business is not where it should be. But one thing we can do is use strategies to have money left from what we already have. I believe anybody out there listening could save at least $100 a month. They can cut right from their kitchen.
Oh yeah. Just in what's it, junk food, or fast food, they could save $100 a month.
Yeah, I like playing the singles game. I like playing the singles game. I take all the singles out of my purse every day and start off afresh. So you have a bunch of singles.
Oh.
And I always pack them up as 10 in a pack. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's kind of fun. Yeah.
That's a good idea. I think I'll start that one. I'm already saving all my change. I take it out of my purse every day and, dump it in my little hideaway.
Yeah, I have a 5-gallon. I have one of those 5-gallon water bottles, and I said I want to fill it all the way to the top. And I got it all the way to the top. Now it's too heavy to move, roll, do anything with. And it's like, now why did I do this? I don't know why I did it, but I
now you got to sort out all that change. Yeah, now you have to count all that.
Yeah, I have to sort it all out. Yeah.
Well, I think if you take it to the bank, they account it for you, right? Don't they have one of those change counters?
Yeah, I have one of those. I have one of those change counters too. So I'm gonna count it in there, put it in there.
Yeah. The best method I ever saw was basically take for a month, just take 30 index cards and put one of those index cards a day in your pocket, and you write down everything you spend for a month, down to the penny. So if you buy bubble gum that's 5 cents, you got to write it down. I spent 5 cents on a piece of bubble gum. Yeah, and so that what it makes you is aware of everything that you spent, so you can't do it unconsciously.
Right.
Wow.
That's right. You got to bring that stuff out of that subconscious.
We're
gonna pretend that we ain't spending it.
Yeah. So he said. So you look at it every day. You say you go to Starbucks and spend $6 on a latte or something like that, and then after a month you got to look up and said, you had to count all that stuff. Say, wait a minute, I spent almost $200 on lattes at Starbucks.
Wow.
That's
Let
a
me
lot.
give the number out. Yeah, it may be someone want to call and give us some tips how they have been able to get out of debt, how they've been able to save money. And I'm telling you all, it's some good, you can't tell people how to invest. I can't tell you guys. But all you got to do is look around you and see where the money is being spent. See, there's a couple, 3 things I think going to be good for investing in,
Okay, what's number 1?
Well, Amazon. Amazon. I'm giving you some stock. Okay. Amazon. Okay.
Okay.
Uber.
Oh yeah, Uber. Yeah, Uber. Yeah, because Uber is eventually.
And they're in the IPO stage.
Yeah. Uber's. They're probably pretty close to going driverless, so yeah, they're gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah, they're gonna make a lot of money. And cannabis is gonna be around for a while.
It is.
You gonna get you a 420 stock?
Yeah, I'm getting me some. And everything that's growing, I'm serious. Them quarters that I take home every day, and now I'm gonna do the dollars like you said. I'm gonna take all that money, and it's going into some stock. And if people would think about, okay, if I spend $50 a month on Starbucks, let me cut that out and put it in some stock. See, people laughing and not paying attention, but those, I'm telling you, you watch and see. Because the Olympic is coming here, what year? 2024?
Yeah.
And I think they're going to have one of the big games that's going to be here. But truly, Los Angeles and Inglewood is going to get so that people will not want to drive, Keith. Because, see, we're not used to that New York-style stuff. Even right now, people do not want Manchester. It always was a main highway, number 42. But it is so congested now that people just don't want to drive. And there's so many things going to be so close to you. You know, like if you want to go downtown, past SC to LA Live and all those places. Everything is so close to you if you're in LA and Inglewood. So why would you drive? I was at the West End Hotel. I was on it there this Saturday. And guess what the parking was? Valet was, I think, $52, and regular parking, I think, was $42.
Wait, what? For parking?
I know. I thought she was going to say $20.
Yeah, I did. I thought she was going to say 52 for valet.
She said 52. That shocked me.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that's what people are paying to park. So who want to drive? If you're going to one of the hotels to a function, why would you drive and pay and park?
Wow.
When you can take Uber. That's why I say Uber is going to be. It's off the chain with this parking.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I mean, Amazon is so high. It's at $1,900.
Yeah.
$1,924 for the stock price.
Well, whatever, get a piece. If it that now, it's going to be higher.
Yeah,
it's not coming down. I don't think it's coming down.
It'll probably split again.
Yeah, when it splits, you buy. It always seems to drop a little when it splits. When it first splits, it drops a little, and everybody gets scared, like, oh, I shouldn't have bought it. I knew it was going to go down, but it always goes back up.
Yeah, right.
It always goes back up.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I've learned, folks, those who are listening, you can call us at 310-928-7733. 310-928-7733. I heard a speaker say it, and it's so true. He said, you cannot work your way to wealth. And see, that's why a lot of people think, I work hard. Man, I'm killing it. I'm working 2 jobs. You killing it. You're killing yourself. You cannot, and I truly believe that from the bottom of my heart, you cannot work your way to wealth. It got to be, you got to invest, you got to have real estate or stock. You just can't work your way to wealth. I just don't think it's possible. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, this country's not set up to work your way to wealth. It's not. You have to have a business, or you got to have
a business.
A business. You're going to have some kind of passive income, like stocks, bonds, or real estate. The country's not set up that way. So basically, you're swimming against the tide unless you have one of those jobs like a pro basketball player, entertainer. But if you don't have one of those jobs, no, you can't work your way to wealth.
And that's why a lot of people cannot start their own business. All back to the same thing. They're head over heel in debt. They're paying high interest. That's why they can't save money. They can't invest. Can you imagine if you wake up and say 6 months from now you had no debt? Can you imagine what is it that you could not do if you didn't have debt? Isn't that something to think about?
No.
So naturally now
I like that thought. I love that thought.
I know you do. It's Money Girl, y'all. We're talking to Money Girl.
I was like, God.
I think that's what people should strive for, to see how good it feels when you don't have. Because I made a commitment for myself this year. I said, you know what? I will only have 3 credit cards with a little stuff on it. And if you have these cards and an investment, something comes up, a good deal, I can go pull, between my cards, probably $25,000 of other folks' money and make the investment if I want to. That's why you need to have a credit card for something that makes sense. Anytime your debt does not make you money, you made the wrong debt. Now, folks, you all write that down. Anytime your debt does not make money for you, it's not an investment, and you need to be getting rid of that debt.
I agree with that.
Sense.
I agree with that. And anytime you want to buy something, I'm going to add to it. Anytime you want to buy something, you don't go inside your bank account to buy it. make 3 times the amount of whatever item you want to buy, then you are worthy to go ahead and buy that one item.
That is good. That's a good.
Now that's a good one. You're going to make people not shop at all.
That's a good.
Hey, you know what? But that's what
good. I like that.
If you can't make 3 times the amount of whatever you want to buy, you don't need to be buying it.
Okay, that's a good rule.
You don't need to buy it. You don't need to buy it, and that's what I've always. Yes, I have 2 credit cards. I've always had only 2 credit cards. I love my credit. You have to love your credit, you know, and take care of it. You have to take care of it because your credit is going to make you who you are. Your credit, people will marry you based on your credit. If your credit's good, like, I'm not marrying you.
People will hire you based on your credit.
They will hire you based on your credit. I mean, your credit matters. So if we can really take advantage and not spend money unwisely, especially money that's going to, you know, when you a car is nice. I do like nice cars, but a car is nice. But remember, when you pull that car out the lot, it has declined in value. What, 20% at least?
Yeah,
at least.
As soon as you drive it off the lot, it's 20%.
As soon as you drive it off the lot, so you have a depreciating asset, and you need to learn to have more appreciating assets. Something that's going to make you money. Yeah. So if you save your money and save your money wisely and take 10%, and if you can do 20%, 10 to 20% a month, put it to the side, make a plan to purchase a property. Yeah. In 3 years. Do it. Say, you know what, I'm going to buy a house, a property, or units in 3 years. This is guaranteed. Go visit those 3 units. Go see what it looks like. Go see what it feels like. Go see how much it's going to cost you. So go see how much money you're going to need to save. Because that little money that you put aside for 3 years to buy an apartment building or 3-unit building or whatever it is going to make you more money when you start receiving that rental income.
Wow, you know, that's such a good idea. You know, when you wake up, because I know how good I'm feeling right now since I only have the 3 cars with a little amount on it. And guess what, Keith? They start calling me, talking about, you need money? Trying to send me checks, you know, with the credit card, the Visa card. Send me checks. Now, they think they're slick. For you to write a check and you don't have to pay any interest until they put in that check. They really want your business. You know that?
Yeah.
They do. They want your money, honey.
Wait a minute. I remember in life when I was begging them for a card or can you make me a loan? Can you increase? You just don't know, folks. If you're in debt, not bragging. I'm only letting you know your life would change. It's such a good feeling. And once you get out of debt like that, you don't want to get back in, and you'll start saving money. It just gives you a whole different mindset. You're in control of yourself. Instead of you begging them, now they begging me to get that money, but I don't want it. Wow.
Yeah,
right.
they can't.
Right.
If you're not in debt and you're not a slave to them, they can't make any money.
No.
No.
And they know if they tell you that you got a year to pay it. I bet 90% of the people don't pay it in that year, and now they add all that interest back on.
Yes.
So, black folks, I just want to say, for those who think that racism is your problem, you know your real problem is not having enough cash flow. It's really being in debt.
Cash flow.
That's what's holding you back. The white man ain't holding you. You can't blame the white man because you can't buy no apartment. You can't blame the white man because you allowing the car dealer to get interest off you for 6 years. So sure, if you get 6 years, that means you have minimum payment. That's cool for a moment. But you need to knock the car out. Don't drag it out because the man told you got 6 years to pay for it. Come on.
Yeah,
well,
people.
You know, shop, Louis Vuittons. Let's not forget about those. Those are red bottom shoes.
Oh my goodness, red bottom. Red bottom shoes.
Oh, my God, red bottoms. Come on. And they be lifting their little legs up, their little feet up to show the bottom of their shoe. This red bottom.
And I
No,
think they
stop
said
it.
they're buying the red bottom for the babies. Have you all heard that?
Yeah, you know they
Oh,
are.
my God.
You know they are.
Oh, my God.
Baby has to match now.
Yes. No. Save your money. Save. In the long run, you actually make so much more money. It's so exciting. It's such an exciting thing. Look, picture this. This is what I like to visualize. Picture having a nice
that
bank
vision
account.
board, huh? Come on with that book.
Right.
What's the name of that book?
Yes. Name it, claim it, and get it. The secret behind the secret. Yes. That's the name of my new book. But
You got to
I
get some
picture-
over here on the shelf, Shawana.
Oh, I got to get it over there. Oh, I'm speaking to Dr. Rosie this weekend at KGLH Women's the Long Beach Women's Health Expo.
Okay.
I'll be talking about naming it, claiming it, and getting it for an hour at 10:30. So, yeah, I want everybody to come
That
out
is
and check me
wonderful.
out.
If I wasn't doing my seminar, I would be there just to hear you.
Oh, man.
So I tell
wish
everybody
you
who's
were
going,
there.
you guys want to look for that seminar. What's the name of it?
Name it, claim it, and get it. The Secret Behind the Secret is the name of my book, and I'll have some books there.
Okay.
And I'm really going to show you exactly what to do to just make a life transformation, because
Okay.
I've done it, I've watched it, and, you know, I've duplicated it over and over and over again. And it works. It works.
Yeah, you lived it. You're not just talking it. In fact, this weekend, Elsie Green and I, we're doing a workshop on tax strategies, and I will be doing living trust, wills, and power of attorney. Because it's a thing that I call wealth drain, wealth potential drain in our community. Debt is the biggest one. It really is. Debt is costing us more for insurance. You make a bigger down payment. If you're trying to move into an apartment, you're paying more on your note. If you're buying a house, so that's wiping us out. The other thing wipes us out because you don't have a power of attorney. Somebody gets sick in an accident, or your parents get older, Alzheimer's or whatever, and now you don't have a power of attorney. They can't make decisions for themselves. Now you're paying an attorney almost $5,000 to help you get conservatorships. So we talk about those things that drain you making good decisions. Then you end up with your property in probate because you didn't have a trust. Now, here you go. Say, Keith, you and Shawana, y'all my children, okay? I die, I have property. I don't have a trust, so it goes into probate. Now, you all really want to keep that property. But now, in order to keep it, who's going to pay the probate fee? Who's going to pay the attorney? So you all may have to sell that property because you got to go to probate.
Yeah.
And you don't have money to pay the probate fee. You don't have a credit card with extended credit that you can pay for it. That's why a lot of people should want to end up selling the house.
Are you going to talk about what's happening right now to John Singleton?
Yeah, they fighting already out here.
They're fighting already. He's not even dead.
He's
Well,
dead.
he died
He passed
yesterday,
away.
so they fighting now.
Well, his publicist said he's still in the coma and he's not dead yet. That's what I just saw.
No, they said he passed away. He passed away.
No,
Yeah,
he's-
they took him off
They
the
pulled
machine.
they took him off the machine yesterday.
they took him off the machine, but he's not. He hasn't expired. That's what I'm hearing.
They said he's expired.
No, he dead, Keith.
Okay.
He on the machine. He dead, okay?
Yeah, because
You confused my mind right now.
not what I'm saying, because I just had a professor
I hope
friend of mine.
I hope he's okay. I
Well,
hope
our
he comes
reports
out
I'm
of it.
getting saying that he passed away, and
Yeah.
that the family is fighting already.
Okay. Well, I hope so, because I just got a tweet from a professor friend of mine that's confused because his publicist is saying something different. But so we'll see what it's saying. But they're fighting over the
Well,
money.
hopefully, I prayed for him. I
Keith.
prayed for him. I really did, because I prayed when he got off of that machine that he would breathe, because, you know, some people, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with pulling plugs. I don't know. I know they say you're brain dead. I don't know. Because I've heard of people come out of comas 2 years later.
I don't want to take no chance. Leave me alone in case I don't come out. It's so few people that do come out.
It's so
But
few
he's
people.
only 51 years old, you know.
I know.
So
He's
what do you think? You think he should pull the plug? Dr.
Yeah.
Rosie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, don't let me linger
All
like
you're doing
that.
is eating up the money.
Yeah.
See, when you live a productive life, Shawana, you got to determine what does life mean to you. To be here, just to breathe, or to say you're here. You know, when I leave here, I would have run the wheels off of this tricycle.
Mhm.
Can't put no more air in the towel. Okay?
Yeah.
That's how we need to live our life. And Shawana, you're that kind of person, Keith. You know, we live our life. We do our thing. We do what we need to do. But and I understand that Prince estate that the lawyers and accountants have eaten up $45 million already.
Oh gosh.
$45 million. I'm talking
That's
about
crazy. For what?
I'm talking about
For what? What do you use $45 million for already?
well, they expensive. They talking. They writing letters.
Oh my God.
$45 million.
Wow.
You said they're talking.
Yeah, but they have.
I mean, such a brilliant man. Look at that. He's brilliant.
Well, they got his money.
Mm-hmm.
They got Aretha Franklin's money. They still fighting over James Brown money.
They still fighting over his money? I thought they settled that.
No.
Good Lord. Because they kept him on ice for so long just because they were fighting over his money.
I know. And God forbid, I sure hope and pray that that John Singleton business is in order. Lord have mercy, don't y'all tell me it's not.
He's only 51 years old.
Yep.
He's only 51 years old.
Yeah. So, we're talking about there's a wealth drain. It's not that we don't have enough money to make it work in our community, folks. That's why we're having this show today. We're talking about we need to get our business in order. Now, if you're in L.A., you need a power of attorney. You walk out, somebody run over you, they keep going. This place is so crazy. When we leave home, we expect to return. We don't know what condition we'll be in when we return the way things are going. So don't leave that burden on your family. And if you get out of debt, that would help so much because there's so much you do. I am so excited about the money I have freed up, you guys. I'm telling you. I know you all probably can hear the excitement in my voice. I feel free as Kunta Kinte.
Kunta Kinte.
It's a good feeling at the end of the month that your money is yours.
It is.
Instead of being somebody else. How can you work all week, you get your check? Now, I ain't making fun of y'all because I've been there, okay? That's why I know how it feels. That's why I'm talking. You get your check. You put it in the bank. That's why the banks are closing up and merging. Because they don't have time for you just run and put your check in on Friday and Monday. You took all the money out. I see why they don't fool with you, paying all these tellers. It makes sense. You ever thought about that?
You're right.
On Friday.
I never thought about that, but they have some main players in there too.
You put it in on Friday. You wrote the check on Wednesday because you know it would get to the bank by Friday. Okay. So the bank said, wait a minute, hold up. We paying all these tellers, these people putting money in Friday and taking it out Monday. We're not making any money off of them. Wow. Folks, you better learn to play the money game.
Yeah.
Save something and invest. Because whatever kind of job you have, it's not
Save and invest. But you know what? Visualization thing. So visualize this, okay? Everybody visualize saving, and then they finally get this 3-unit apartment building. Let's say the 3-unit building costs you $600,000, but you saved up enough money, 10%, to put 10% down. The thing about that $600,000 building is not only will you reap the benefit of the rental income, but you also reap the benefit of the property value going up. And they usually guesstimate about 10% every year, your property value goes up. So if you bought a property for $600,000, if it goes up 10%, that's $660,000 the following year. And then $66,000 is added on for the following year. And then 10 years from now, you have a property that's worth $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
You reap the benefits of the rental income paying off the debt.
Mm-hmm.
Now your debt is lighter. Your balance is lighter. And that little 10% that you set aside for 3 years is now working magic 10 years later.
Mm.
Oh.
Okay, that's how you make money. You make money by saving and by investing it. And once you invest it, that money triples, because especially in a property value, even if property values go down in value for a moment, it's only for a moment. People get scared. When I see property values going down, I think, oh, I got a 50% sale going on at Nordstrom's, but it's in property. Because property goes up, Nordstrom's goes down. Whatever you buy, clothes, jewelry, well, jewelry, depending. But depending on what you're purchasing, most of it goes down in value. But if you buy assets, an appreciating asset, you'll see value in the long run, and it's worth it. So if you buy one, plan to buy a second one the following year, a third one the following year, a fourth one the following year. Now what do you have? You have something that you can leave behind for your kids, and you're teaching your kids, you know what? They tell you it's hard, but it really ain't hard. It's easy. It just depends on what you do with your money.
Well, you know what? Even though you get the property, most time all you're doing is making the down payment, because the tenant's going to pay for it for you.
Exactly.
The tenant's paying for it. All you did is made a down payment. All you did was reduce your debts, increase your credit score, and bought a piece of property, and somebody else is going to pay for it for the rest of your life. Even if the value goes down, you still got something you can appreciate that's going to help you get more of your tax money back, folks. I'm telling you. You need property. You need a business. You got to have some type of write-off. Don't you won't ever do anything but be in debt, because you will not make enough money. You don't hear people say, trying to make ends meet or living from paycheck to paycheck. Let me share something with you. Majority of Americans are living, they're not even living from paycheck to paycheck, because in between they're using a credit card. If there was a mandate that nobody could use a credit card for 6 months, Keith, what do you think would happen?
A lot of hungry people.
That would be crazy.
Wouldn't that be something if you were not allowed to use a credit card?
Oh my God, what would happen to the world?
It's the same thing that happened when you shut off the food stamps. You have riots in the streets.
You talking about a shutdown, huh? Shoot, let the government shut down those credit cards.
The credit cards are shut down right now.
I see a lot of people holding gas cans, begging for gas at the gas station.
I know, but you know what would be interesting? I have an idea. Folks, I think you should act as if a law was passed. Do that mentally. And I'm not able to use my credit card. Try not using your credit card for 2 months. Try for, let's say, 90 days. 90 days is a good trial period to break a habit. I am inviting everybody out there listening to try not to use your credit card for 90 days and see how your life will change.
Wow. That's interesting. You won't buy things that you don't need, right? That's for sure. You will not buy things you don't need.
Only use your debit card. Don't use a credit card.
You can use your debit card?
Yeah, because a lot of, you don't want to carry cash, and that money's in the bank for your debit card. The money's there, see. You're not paying interest.
They'll be blaming on you. They'll be like, Dr. Rosie told me to have cash.
Wow.
I think I want to do that. I want to try that.
I think we need to issue that challenge, see if we can get 100 people to join us and say, we'll set a date to start this, okay? So for 90 days, do not use a credit card and see how your life will be changed. Because, look,
we should put that out there.
Yeah. think about this.
We should make it go viral.
Let's do that. Shawana, can you do
Really?
that for me? Yeah, let's do that.
I'm a blaster. I'm a blaster.
And see how many people we can get
No
to
credit
join
cards
us.
for 90 days. Yeah.
And
Let's see how much lighter you feel.
Yeah, I'm working on a program now to try to institute in churches. You know how people have this weight loss program? We're going to have a debt loss.
Yeah, I like that.
Debt loss.
Yeah,
have
I like
everybody
that.
who want to participate to bring in all that bill. We're going to list it. They can't cheat, okay? And then at the end of we'll give, say, 6 months. See how many people have lost the most debts. Y'all like that?
I like that. That's a good idea. And that's cute.
Yeah.
I think that'll be good. They'll be like,
you have.
I lost this much. But how much debt can they lose? Yeah, you can lose a lot of debt.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose dish right now. I realized I've been having dish ever since Netflix came out. And you paid $9.99 or $10.
You don't even use it anymore, huh?
I don't even use dish.
Okay.
You can't even look at dish. That's such a waste of money.
So anything, don't waste that money. Invest it in stock. Invest it.
Exactly. Take that $100 and invest it in the stock. That's going to bring me.
Excited. When you get that debt yoke off of your neck, you got. And I want black folks, you all listen to me real good. White man is not your problem. White man has nothing to do with you buying them red bottom shoes. And now here's a pet peeve. I saw last Sunday at my church. I don't care. Y'all can be listening. I'm getting ready to talk about it.
Uh-oh.
All the little girls, 9 and 10,
Okay.
and 11, the teenagers, all of them, Keith, got hair all the way down their back.
Oh, my goodness.
Little kids, 6 years old, why are you putting that hair on those kids' head? You're making them not feel. So once you take it off, how they supposed to feel? So the rest of their lives, now they used to this hair swinging down. You have set them on a path that I don't think you want to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
It doesn't make sense. And they had the nerve to put color in some of them.
Oh, my God.
That's child abuse. I started to call it social.
Dr. Rose, you didn't get your belt out and look for their mother?
Get over here, girl.
Get over here.
Where your mom?
I know, because we sure were raised differently. We sure were raised differently, boy. I mean, my hair was poofy, I didn't even care. It's like poof.
But just to think about what you're really doing to a kid that's 6 years old, you got all this hair on their head. When you take it off, they go, Mom, I want my hair.
Yeah.
I just think we can do better with our money. We need to get out of debt. And Shawana, I really want to initiate that program with that credit thing and see how many people we can get to join us. Because black folk, you got to get out of debt. Think about if you Social Security age, you drawing your Social Security. Now this is deep, Keith. And you're renting. Okay, you're 65. You just not started getting your Social Security. You're renting. Every year, the rent is going to go up. Keith, you guys, I'm here to tell you. Now, you know I'm not a prophet, but I'm a forewarner.
Yeah.
10 years from now, we're going to see more elderly, homeless people than you've ever seen in your life.
Wow.
Because they're renting, Keith, and the rent's going up every year, and their Social Security not going up to match it. What do you think going to happen if they're raising your rent every year? You're 65, you live till you're 80. Come on, Keith, where you going to stay on Social Security?
Yeah.
And many people don't have.
It to 4%.
Yeah, and they don't have a big Social Security check. Because most people today are not on those jobs, Keith, that we were on years ago.
Yeah.
Okay?
True.
Where you getting 2,500 and 3,000 Social Security. you'd be surprised at the people that's getting under $1,000 a month for Social Security.
Wow.
Even 600 and 400.
Mm-hmm. No, you really can't. not in Los Angeles. Let's put it that way.
I don't know what you're gonna do. So if I were you, I would take a little bit of what I have now and put it in some investment and let it grow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, black folks, remember that I said it. White folks ain't your problem.
White folks ain't your problem. This show's going to repeat at 6 p.m. Pacific time and 9 p.m. Eastern time. So tell all your friends and tune in and get your little index cards out and take some notes.
That's right, because Shawana dropped some real good tips out here.
She did.
Yeah, and those who want to join us, you can do Dr. Rosie, DRROSIE, at AOL.com. Shawana, I want you to get the program together, see how many people out there we can get to join us for not using a credit card. Now, they can use a debit card because that's not interest. That means your money's in the bank, because I don't walk around with cash. I use my debit card. So use only a debit card for what you're going to buy. Do not use a credit card for 6 months.
Ooh, oh,
Well,
my
that's
goodness.
too long.
3 months. You said 3 months. You're going
Oh, you trying to get somebody killed?
She went from 30 to 45 to 90. And now she's
okay, we're going to do 90. We're going to do, 90? Is that good? Man, we should start out with 60, because that may be pretty hard for them. What do you think, 60?
I think
you know what? I think we should go for the 90, because if we can get them to push for the 90, they would have done a really good job. But now, if we're going to get people to quit before they even try, then we should go for the 60. It's up to, what do you think? Do you think they're going to quit before they even try? I think, to me, it's so worth trying. Because if you can actually get away without using a credit card, it's going to stop you from buying stuff that don't matter. Because so many times we look at something and we say, oh, you know what, I like that. It's so cute. And we know we don't like it. It's not that serious. And how many things do you have hanging up in your closet with tags on them? And shoes that you have never worn, because once you bought them, they're, I don't really like these shoes. They're not comfortable.
And
something is wrong with them. And they hurt. So you wouldn't buy a pair of shoes that you know hurt if you didn't have a credit card. If you didn't have a credit card. So
a lot of things we would buy if we didn't have a credit card. Isn't that right?
It is. It's right.
It would create delayed gratification if we didn't have a credit card.
Yes. So I think it's going to help. And then all that money that you didn't spend on your credit card, I want to put in the bank account. Anything that you know you would have spent money on, I want you to put that same money in the bank account. A pair of shoes, $150. You would have charged it, put it in the bank account, because you would have given it to somebody. Put it in the bank account.
Give it to yourself.
Save that money. Give it to yourself.
I've never paid $150 for a pair of shoes in my whole 73 years.
Well, there you go, for $900,000.
I heard somebody, they trying to charge me $150 for some shoes.
I've done it for my children, but not for me.
Those red bottoms are $800 to $2,000.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding.
And those are the inexpensive pair.
Those are inexpensive. Yeah.
That's where they started.
I mean, you got your Gucci, you got your Jimmy Choos.
What do they do, Shawana? What do the red bottoms?
They hurt. They hurt. Everybody, they hurt. It's like those shoes. You want to know what they do? They hurt.
I thought you were going to say they're going to make you taller. Something like what they
hurt.
Shawana, what's wrong with you?
They do. I don't buy them. I will not buy them. I will not buy them. I will put on a pair of shoes, and I will walk at them for like 5 to 10 minutes before I will buy a pair of shoes, and I will not. I don't spend money like that on shoes. I like taking my money and buying property. So what I'm telling you to do,
that's why you have property, Shawana.
People tell me, girl, you don't spend money on nothing. I say, I do. I love property. I love buying property. I tell people, buy property.
Oh, you
buy property.
You spend on the big ticket items, huh?
I love it. And that's what I said. It's big. And I'm building a 4,000 square foot house right now. That was on my goal board, too.
Okay.
I mean, it is just amazing. It's beautiful, and that's what I like spending money on. I like seeing it. I like visualizing it. Seeing it right
so
there.
when are you going to get your private jet? That's what I'm wondering.
Soon. I don't know. Now, the private jet is a waste of money, though, when you think about it.
It is, but
I mean, it is.
She likes property, Keith.
I know, but one of her goals was to have her own jet.
It is.
Yeah,
I want to have my own jet, but, I want to have the company visualize you completely together. I want to have a lot of people on the team that's teaching people how to transform their lives, where we're seeing results and where that private jet matters, where we need it because we're going out to help more and more people. That's what we see happening.
Okay.
Yeah, so. So that's not on it's on the goal board, but it doesn't have a time frame. You got to put some time frames. That one doesn't have a time frame.
Okay, that's out. That's way on the other end of the board, huh?
This week, you guys, I was honored for the African Focus Goodwill Award, and so they was telling me, how everybody dressed in the African attire. We can give you some material, and we can give you the name of a seamster who can make it. And I'm thinking, I ain't buying nothing. I have more African garb than you African wear. I mean, that's most of all I wear is African clothing. So why am I going to go buy something new to be honored in? Y'all better give me some money to I went to an African event. I needed some African clothes. I went to find. But I did finally find a dress that was really nice. Well, I have really, most of my clothing are African dress. I feel grounded. I feel good. And
it looks good on you, too.
In fact, I had a friend of mine told me one day I had on a regular American suit, I guess. He said, you know what? You look nice in white folk clothes, too.
Oh, gosh.
But, folks, this show is all about trying to help you to lay down excuses, ignore the white man, what you think he's doing to you, and let's focus on what we need to stop doing and what we need to start doing for ourselves, that we can come out of this economic ditch and we can get from beneath the economic rubbish. We have the power. We have the money. All we need to create now is the mindset to do it. So the next generation will not have to struggle. And that should be all our prayers and all our desires, that we will leave our children in a better condition. So that's what it's all about. That's why we did this show today. Debt is the worst enemy of Black America. Black America is in too much debt. And the thing that they are buying, they say the white man is their problem, but they're giving all of their monies to the white man on buying his stuff and things. And if he's your problem, get mad at him. Get mad enough not to buy anything from him. Wow. That's a whole nother dimension, isn't it?
Fight the white man, get out of debt, huh?
Yeah, get mad at him. Fight him. Strike. Have a strike against him, okay? And see how much money you save. That's what we talking about. You guys, it's been a great show. We enjoyed giving you tips. We hope you can chip on out of here with them and use them into one. I'm looking forward to you setting up the project.
Yes.
90 days.
The no credit card project. No credit cards. No credit cards allowed.
That's right. No cheating, okay? Don't be cheating. Y'all know how you do when you get on that diet when anybody looking.
Yes. Don't be pretending.
That's
You're
right.
only playing yourself.
And go here.
Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself.
So where you going
to this weekend in Long Beach? What time are you speaking, Shawana?
I will be at the Long Beach Convention Center. KGLH is hosting it. I will be speaking for 1 hour at the breakout session at 10:30 and I believe it's going to be room 202. I'll tell you the room. But when you get there, they'll hand out a brochure.
Okay.
You can come check me out. I'll be doing book signing. The name of my book is Name It, Claim It, and Get It. The Secret Behind the Secret. You can pick it on Amazon, or you can go to nameitclaimit.and-get-it.com. Pick it up there. But I'll be there this Saturday at 10:30.
You guys make
and
sure
I'll be
you
looking
go.
forward to seeing everybody.
Exactly.
What's
Those who are too lazy or don't have the gas to drive to Long Beach, come on to
It's worth it.
Manchester,
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Check out our seminar.
Check out the book, huh?
3425 West Manchester. You got someplace to go this whole weekend. They're celebrating, I think they're naming rodeo after Obama. So they're doing that at 12 o'clock on Saturday. LA is buzzing, you guys. So don't stay home. It's a lot to do. Get up out of that house. Wash your face. Put on some clean clothes. Shave. Put on deodorant. Spray a little. And have yourself a ball. Have a great day.
Yes, and yes.
We should run into you at one of those places, okay?
Yes.